morning. I am Gigi, and welcome to Inner Beauty Marks, the one leadership podcast that will help you uncover all those inner traits that make you exceptional. I want to begin by offering my most sincere apologies, especially to all of those who reached out to me and texted me asking me about the episodes not being posted. I have been kind of sick and really fighting back with it. But I'm back. I recharged my batteries and I'm ready to start fresh and new. As usual, I always ask you to reach out to someone and let them know how much you appreciate them. Well, in this opportunity, I want to reach out to one of the best business coaches I've ever met, Ahmed Yalineshed. We partnered up a couple of weeks ago and we had a live session with his clients in which I got to share my secrets about how to find your perfect niche. And it was an amazing experience, so I totally recommend you to go ahead and look for him on Instagram and follow him. It's at Ami Yali. With that being said, today we're going to be talking about your character strength. Now, your character is nothing else but your mindset, thoughts, and feelings displayed into your behavior. Now, you might be asking yourself, why do I need to know about my character strengths? Well, research has revealed that when you are aware of your strengths and by consciously deciding to use them, you can experience an increase in happiness wherever you are, at home, at work, at social events. So, you can have a sense of ownership and authenticity while consciously choosing to use your character strengths. We might be taking advantage of our character strengths right now without even knowing it, but I know that it would be 100 times better to use them by being fully aware of them. So, without further ado, let's dive into your character strengths. Each one of you has a unique profile that may vary from high to low. I'm sure that when I go through the list, you might connect with some of them and you'll think, oh my God, that's me. And then I'll move on and talk about another one and you'll think, oh my God, that's also me. And you're not away from reality. All of us have a little bit of each one of these strengths. The only difference is that we choose to use them based on particular situations. Your character strengths is part of your personality, but not your personality per se. Look, so if you think of it, your personality is something very stable. And the character strengths, it's something that can change based on predictable and unpredictable life events. Think of this more as building blocks. Like Ralph Waldo Emerson said, he believed in the inner goodness of every individual. So think of this as building blocks of inner goodness, and these will become the core parts of your personality. Some of you may express your character strengths in greater ways. Maybe others just won't show it that much. Character can be affected by deliberate intervention. People can learn how to use their strength. The key is to practice on how to break old habits. As long as you're aware of each one of them and consciously choosing to use them, you'll live a happier life. Now, how do you know which one do you have? There's a total of 24, but there is a big 6 categories. And those are the ones that we're going to talk about today. Because of the length of this content, I've decided to split this into 2 episodes. So today we're going to talk about the first 3. Number 1, wisdom. It's all about creativity, curiosity, judgment, love of learning, and perspective. If you're the type of person who's super creative, who loves to conceptualize every single one of your thoughts, and you love to bring your ideas to life, if you love to put yourself in situations where you can gain more experience, if you always try to look at the 3 sides of a story before making a decision. Yes, 3 sides of a story. Your point of view, my point of view, and the truth, which is in the middle. If you're the type of person who's motivated to acquire new level of knowledge, and before giving any type of advice, you tend to look at the big picture all the time, you clearly have wisdom as your signature strength. Now, how can you choose to use this consciously? Or how can you develop this signature strength if you don't feel like you have it? It's human nature that when facing problems, we tend to focus solely on the problem. And then we're gonna die. Oh my God, why is this happening to me? But one good exercise is every time you have a problem, just grab 3 Post-its, put them in front of you, and try to think as a boss, as a manager. What are the 3 options of resolutions for this problem? Think of it as not a problem of yours, but somebody else's, and how you would help them solve this problem. That's going to give you a better perspective of that problem. Is going to take you out of that funk of thinking only about the problem and just moving forward to talk and think about the solutions or the options of solutions. You can also try what I like to talk is the first time ever technique. Choose to do something for the very first time. Go to a restaurant you've never been before. Go for the first time. Read a book that you've never read before for the first time. Talk to a random person just because for the first time. Well, wait, no, that last one sounded kind of creepy. Don't do that. But the idea is that do something for the very first time. Get out of your comfort zone, just little by little. When talking to other people who has different opinion, instead of rushing and giving your opinion and start arguing back, just practice the listening skill and just ask them, wow, tell me more. And try to understand where they come from instead of trying to give them your version or your pieces of thoughts. Do a lot of research about things that you are passionate about. Buy books, sign up for online courses, enjoy your time discovering and learning new ways to increase your passion, and you will definitely be consciously choosing to use wisdom as a signature strength. Number 2, courage. It's all about bravery, honesty, perseverance, and zest. If you're a person who acts with conviction and you choose to face threats, let's not call it threats. Let's call them challenges. If you choose to face challenges with bravery, if you're transparent and you present yourself the same way everywhere you go, if you're tenacious and you run towards your goal despite any obstacles you may find on your way, if you're full of energy and you approach life full of enthusiasm, you definitely have courage as your signature strength. Now, what can you do to enhance this strength if you feel like you don't have it? Or maybe if you do have it, but you want to consciously take full advantage of it, what are some of the things that you could do? Write down a list of all of your fears, then choose one of them. Wait, I know what you're thinking. No, I'm not going to tell you to go full for it. If you're afraid of heights, I'm definitely not going to ask you to go to a mountain. No, it's just taking little steps. Take one of your fears and take a very small step towards facing it. It's more about, I'm afraid to speak in public. Then take a small Instagram story and record a small video of something that you're doing, a moment that you're enjoying, and just share what you're doing. Share it with close friends. No need to share it with the world. The idea is that you take a small step towards facing your fears. You may also write a journal and let out all of your thoughts and all of the emotions. Lay them down on a paper, on a journal. Think also about a small project you've always wanted to work on, and then write down one next step you could take, and then take that one step only. Most of the people think of, oh, this is my end goal, and I should work looking only to the next goal. I'm different. I am more about, okay, what is my next step? What is the one little thing I could do? And then I move towards that. Even though I know my goal, I try to look at my next step so I don't lose focus. Let your energy flow. If you have a pet, let him loose and go after him. Turn the volume up and sing from the top of your lungs while you're in the shower. Turn to YouTube and watch Sean T and dance to his hip hop apps workout routine. Do something that will take all of your energy and enthusiasm out, and you will definitely be choosing courage as your signature strength. Number three, humanity. It's all about kindness, love, and social intelligence. If you're the type of person who's always helpful and sympathetic with everyone, if you embrace and build relationships that are full of love, of caring, of warmth, if you're aware and you naturally take into consideration people's feelings and thoughts, then humanity is definitely your signature strength. And what can you do in order to enhance this strength? I have a tradition with my son, and every Christmas, before getting like all the gifts, he needs to pack all of his previous toys, anything that he doesn't want, and we put them all together in small shoe boxes. He wraps it up, he writes a little note, he takes a selfie and put it in the box, and then together we go out and we give them away, all of those gifts. And once he has given all those, then he can get the new gifts under the tree. Sorry, my son is not too much into the Santa Claus thingy. We're more of a baby Jesus birthday kind of people. Also, I've seen some couple of friends who have a tradition, and I like it by the way, is that every time it's their birthday, they go to any hospital and they look for the first baby born on their birthday and they give them a huge baby basket. That's another thing you could do or you could implement as well. You'll always find opportunities to show how much you care about others, and it's not necessarily with gifts. Just understand the language of love of the other person and then give them little bits of what they want. It's simple. Some people like gifts, then just send them a cup of their favorite coffee randomly, just because, with a note that says, "Have a good morning." Other people are more about words of affirmation. You can just send a random text that says, "I really appreciate having you in my life." I do that all the time, honestly. And then if you feel that you're being too cheesy, you can just joke about it and say, "Oh my God, that was so corny. I really need a nap." That's it. Let's not make a big deal out of things. For people who's all about quality time, spend and dedicate time with them, away from your phone. Watch a movie together. Dedicate time just to listen to that person. People who's more about physical touch just randomly compliment their hair and play with it or hold hands, anything that would involve physical contact. Well, now with the coronavirus, I wouldn't recommend that, but anyways. And for those who are acts of service kind of people, offer them to watch their car. Go and run any errands for them. It's all about showing people that you care. By doing any of this, you will definitely be enhancing humanity as your character strength. Now let's go over a quick recap for our first three. By consciously deciding to use your character strength, you can expect and experience an increase in happiness. Don't you want that? I know I do. We might be taking advantage of our character strength right now without even realizing it. But I know it would be 100 times better to use them being fully aware of it. Enhance the wisdom as a character strength by being creative, curious, having a good judgment, enjoying learning new stuff every day, taking a look at life with a different perspective. Enhance your courage by being brave, doing new stuff, by being honest, perseverant, and passionate. Enhance your human side by being kind, loving, caring, and developing social intelligence. So now that you know the first three character strengths, you can really start taking advantage of it. Well, this is all for this episode, but please make sure you go to the next one where we'll continue talking about the next three character strengths. If you love this episode, I want to hear from you. Please give me your feedback. Just go to innerbeautymarks.com/podcast, leave a comment or star rate this podcast. Wherever you are right now, if you're listening to this, please take a selfie, take a screenshot, send it to me or tag me in it. There's nothing that would make me happier. My intention is to make out of this podcast a networking experience. So please just share your thoughts and allow me to connect with you as well. Remember, leaders don't create followers. They generate more leaders. Reach out to one person today and let them know how much you appreciate them. I'm Gigi, and this is Inner Beauty Marks.